With the Assessments and Quiz module, you can create as many assessments as necessary to answer a variety of demands in your organization. Use them to assess needs or status, test knowledge or compliance, and evaluate risk or readiness. When a user completes a quiz or assessment, their results are sent right to the administrator. Begin by selecting the Assessments and Quiz module from the menu on the left. Then, click the Create button at the top right to create a new category. In the New Category pop-up window, fill in the title and description and press Create. Now double-click on the new category in the Category menu. Please note that if you have an assessment ready, you can import it into the module by clicking the Import button. Only assessments that have been previously exported from the Assessments module can be imported. To start from scratch, click the Create button at the top right and choose either Quiz or Scored Assessment. First, let's create a quiz. On the Details page, add your title, description, and photo in the Information tab. In the Create tab, select the section box to start designing your quiz's content. Use the panel on the right to enter your text and image. To add your first question, select the question box. Moving forward, the panel on the right will help you build and configure your questions. After adding each question, select the question type. If it's a single choice, users can only select one answer. If it's a multiple choice, users can select more than one answer. In the Notes section, add any comments, hints, or tips that you want displayed to users once they choose their answer. Next, you'll add answer choices in the Choices section. To add more answer choices as you move along, click the green plus sign. You may also add all possible choices in bulk by clicking the Add All Choices at Once option at the top of the Choices section. To add information or notes for each choice, click the blue Add Info plus sign. Next, select the correct answer by clicking the proper Correct box. The Correct Choice button will turn green. In the Feedback section, include comments for users to receive for answers they select. If comments aren't necessary, simply leave these boxes empty. In the Options section, toggle the slider buttons to shuffle choice order and allow users multiple retries for questions. Use the Score and Feedback tab to provide a score and comments to users based on their answers. Add a breakdown box for each possible final score. To do this, click on the blue Add a Score Breakdown button at the bottom or click the green plus sign at the top right of each breakdown box. In the Settings tab, select the boxes that correspond to the information you would like to collect for each quiz participant, such as their name, department, and so on. Leaving these blank makes all responses anonymous. Continue adding questions in the Create tab. To add your next question, click the green plus sign at the top right of the question box, or click the blue plus sign at the bottom right. When you're ready, you can either publish your quiz to make it instantly available in your app or save it as a draft. Now let's build a scored assessment. Click the Create button in your chosen category and select Scored Assessment. On the Details page, you will find the same 4 tabs along the top that we used to create a quiz. You will use these in the same way when creating a scored assessment. In the Information tab, add your title, a brief description, and an image. Next, click on the Create tab and select the section box to begin creating your assessment. Once again, you will use the panel on the right to enter information for the section and question boxes. When entering questions for a scored assessment, you'll notice that there's an extra choice in the Type dropdown. Along with single and multiple choice, there's also a linear scale option. This means that the user can choose an answer from a numerical range. The difference between a quiz and assessment is the Points and Logic drop-down section. In the Points section, you will assign points to each answer. This is used to determine the assessment score. In the Logic section, you'll decide if you want users directed to a different question or section depending on their answer. If this is required, click on Add Logic Jump and choose the appropriate options in the drop-down list. In the Options tab, you can choose to make questions required. To make a question required, toggle the Required slider button to the right. When the assessment is complete, click Publish to instantly make it live in your app, or save it as a draft to edit at a later date. To delete or edit a category, select the category on the Assessment and Quiz category page and click the 3 dots at the top right. Then select the action that you want to perform. You may also edit or delete a quiz or an assessment. To do this, select the item on the Assessments and Quiz main page and click the 3 dots on the right of the row. From there, you can either select Edit or Delete from a drop-down list. Confirm your selection in the pop-up window. Assessments and quizzes can also be copied, moved, and duplicated. Clicking on the 3 dots at the end of their respective rows reveals these options in a drop-down list. Finally, let's go over the different ways you can view assessment and quiz results. In the main menu, double-click the quiz or assessment for which you'd like to view the responses, then choose one of the tabs along the top. Clicking the Aggregate Responses tab will display the total number of responses as well as the average score. Individual Responses tab shows the score of a specific respondent. Lastly, the Data Trends tab allows you to view the total data as either number values or a percentage in a bar graph. Exporting a quiz or assessment and its results for official reports or presentations couldn't be easier. Select the assessment or quiz you want to export and click the 3 dots at the right of the row. Choose either Export Assessment or Export Results from the drop-down list. Exported assessments or quizzes are saved as QAssessment files, and exported results are saved as CSV files. With a flexible application, the Assessments and Quiz module will help you develop tests for different purposes and user types, promoting learning and engagement. Try creating an assessment or quiz now.